Looking back, I think it's don't be afraid to take opportunities and take risks, retrain and go in a different direction. So, I think that's been the watchword: be flexible, but do keep looking for opportunities. They are there, but they might not be obvious. You just got to do some ferreting around at times. I think we are really known for our code of ethics and the commitment to ethics. And I think that sets us apart from many other organizations and institutions. And I think it comes through in a couple of ways. One is that clearly we ask and we expect individuals to commit to that, and we all have to sign our annual statement saying that we have acted ethically and in an ethical manner. But then secondly, we find that we do more and more work with institutions externally where the code of ethics is something that they want to take into their own body of knowledge and their own way of operating and working. And we have some pretty extraordinary alliances, some that we can talk about and some others that we can't, where we work with institutions that want to adopt our ethics because they struggle to provide a framework without that, and they're looking for help in terms of how they can set out what the principles of good behavior are, putting clients first, putting client interests first, standards of expected professionalism and excellence, pursuit of knowledge. And so I think that I think it's the strongest thing in many ways that we have. And if I look at where the demand for the products that we offer comes through, then CFA Institute and ethics really go hand in hand. And I think that will always be one of our strongest things that we do. In terms of how that plays to ethical behavior, then that's really where the great, that's where the rubber hits the road as to the difference between compliance and ethical behavior. And I think this is an important one to stress to people, that you can be compliant, you can meet all the required things and disclosures that you're supposed to as per the rule set, but that doesn't mean that you're acting ethically. There is a difference between being compliant and adopting ethical mindset, and I think we've got to continue to keep beating that drum to make sure that people understand acting ethically is when people aren't looking. It's when rules aren't being applied. You've got to really be ethical in those situations, not just when there's a rule set that you're following. For all of its promise, artificial intelligence, and we've done a lot of research on this. We published a big piece of research very recently on the applications of AI into investment management. And it's relatively small at this point. There aren't many funds that have successfully really launched in a pure AI space. But where it is effective is where AI and what we would say human intelligence has been put together into a combination. And that augmentation of what humans are capable of, I think clearly has got to be the most interesting application of AI. Now, there will be areas where, of course, we don't want to, as a human, you shouldn't go to areas where you think, I'm going to get competed out of existence by a faster, stronger computer. But I think that still leaves enormous areas where, human ability to synthesize information and make decisions and lead are going to still put you in a very strong position as a human within the industry. And and we just look back over the last 10, 20 years. I mean, when I entered the business in early mid-80s, then computers were really just about coming in. And if I tell these stories to people, they find that scarcely credible. So it's only it's one career where computing has really come into a big way. And I'm sure the same will be over the next 20 years. The stuff we do now will just seem so archaic and ridiculous in 20 years' time. But we've just got to keep chiseling away and charting a course for what our involvement is.